What's going on, everybody? We're back, and season 5 has finally arrived, and there are a lot of really good changes that they actually made to the game, and I'm kind of here to break them down for you, and then also kind of take a look at which direction you should go, what cards you should make. There's gonna be a lot of content we're gonna come over, so make sure to make some mental, timestamps if you want to go back to it. But yeah, we ended up getting season 5. The first event that's going to be kicking it off is the Gallery of Greats. We got Peter Forsberg, Stan Mitka, Dion Phaneuf, Chris Chelios, and Henrik Lundqvist. If you remember, Gallery of Greats last year was one of the best events they ran all year. We also get a 99 Joe Sakic that got released, and then a bunch of Gallery of Great cards. All the combinations have reset, so yeah, we need to go back in when you're making your team, take a look at how you want to set everything up. At the same time, we got some new icon cards, some brand new hero cards, some rookie cards, and new captains. And I'll make sure to cover all of this stuff. This is gonna be a little bit longer of a video for you guys, so I might be a little bit all over the place, but I'm gonna do the best I can to kind of break it down for you guys. But let's get into the cards first. We'll just get into the Gallery of Greats cards to start things out. It's going to be highlighted with a 99 Joe Sakic that you can get in the store. You cannot make this. It mirrors his Team of the Year card with the abilities, except he's now all 99 in every statistical category. If you can afford to do it or get him from the auction house, 100% a must make, elite quick release. He's going to be on your team for a very long time, if not the rest of the year. But going into the MSPs, we're going to start things out with Chris Chelios. He's 6 foot, 191 pounds. He's got stick 'em up along with quick pick, 98 excel, 98 speed, mid to upper 90s for shooting, mid to upper 90s for his hands. His defensive stats are pretty much maxed out, -1 off on stick checking. Phenomenal right-handed defenseman. We got Peter Forsberg with Unstoppable and Big Rig. He's 6'1", 205. He's got 99 faceoffs, 98 excel, 97 speed, upper 90s for shooting. Almost maxed out hands. His defensive stats are around the mid 90s with a little bit higher for that defensive awareness. Henrik Lundqvist is going to be the goalie at 6'1", 180. He's got post-to-post and sponge. I usually look at speed and agility when it comes to goalies, but I'm probably not going to sacrifice a whole lot of stuff on a goalie. If I stumble across him, sweet. But if not, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. Stan, is it Mikita? You can correct me down in the comments down below. But 5'9", 169. He's got lead edges and quick release. 99 faceoffs, 97 excel, 98 speed. Maxed out shooting, almost maxed out hands. Defensive stats are in the mid to upper 90s as well. We got Dion Phaneuf at 6'3", 225. He's got rocket and truculence with 97 excel, 97 speed. Maxed out shooting, mid-90s for hands, and almost maxed out checking / defensive stats as well. Another low-key good one is Danny Heatley at 6'4", 218 pounds. He's got elite quick release, 96 excel, 97 speed, 97 for his shooting, upper 90s for hands, and then mid to low 90s for his checking and defensive stats as well. Just wanted to highlight that card because that was kind of like one of the gems that you see out of all of this. Brian Leach, Todd Merchant, Yuri Lehtinen. He also has some pretty good abilities, but then it really just tapers off after that. You're just going to be using those cards for just trying to get through all the objectives and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like great first event to come through. I really like the card art of this event. I thought it's kind of really picked back up. If you remember Trade Quest, from last season, I think this is a way better starting note than what we saw from last season, plus some really good players out there. Just initially looking at it, Phaneuf is my number one person that I do want to make. We'll go over combinations here in a little bit, but just looking at it from the abilities and stuff like that, Phaneuf is up there. Stan Mikita is another really good one. And if I can somehow land Joe Sakic, that'd be great, but I'm not counting on it by any means. As we go over to the captain's cards, we got new 97 overall captains along with new 94 overall captains. We're going to kick things off with my number one choice, and it's going to be Adam Foot Fetish. I mean Foot. 6'2", 220. He's got elite truculence and stick him up. 97 excel, 97 speed. Upper 90s for shooting, mid to upper 90s for his hands, and max out defensive stats. To me, this is the no-brainer card. Now, how it's going to go is it's going to revert back to everybody that plays within that that conference, or I should say the division. So this will be the Central Division teams. If you make a 97, it's going to give you $50 million in salary cap. So I highly recommend making the 97s. Don't worry, I'll cover how easy it is to make these because they did make it a lot easier. That's going to be one of my huge raves on this, is how easy it is to make the captains and some of these other cards. But Adam Foote is my number one choice from this. My number two is actually right in order. It's Claude Giroux at 5'11", 186. He's got quick release and tape to tape, 97 XL, 97 speed, maxed out shooting, almost maxed out hands, upper 90s for checking, defensive stats along with 99 faceoffs. This is another phenomenal card. Can't go wrong. Roberto Luongo is going to be the goalie that you can make at 6'3", 217 with sponge and post to post, 99 speed, 97 agility. He's got the size there, so this is not a bad option either. Henrik Zetterberg at 6'1", 197 with unstoppable and quick pick, 98 XL, 98 speed, upper 90s for shooting, upper 90s for hands, 99 faceoffs, and another great option. You can't really go wrong. It's all off of personal preference, but for me, Adam Foote is going to be the one that I go through. I want to anchor down this defense early on, especially as we see these higher top end cards. And as you kind of see a rolling theme, you're going to see a lot of like Avalanche players or Central Division players that I kind of pick to be like, hey, the number one option for this, or just an option in general for you to make line combinations. So that's why I also picked Adam Foote for this as well. Some of the 94s that we did get introduced as well is going to be Scott Mellenby, 6'1", 210 with truculence and pressure plus as a right-handed winger with 95 XL, 95 speed, mid-90s for shooting, low 90s for hands, mid-90s for his defensive stats. Dave Taylor with quick release and big tipper at 6'1", 194, 95 XL, 95 speed, mid-90s for shooting, mid-90s for his hands, and then mid-90s for his checking and his defensive stats. Then you have Jonathan Toews. I like the fact that he does have 99 faceoffs. A little bit slower, especially for this time of year, but like if you need a captain card and you can't make one of the 97s, this would probably be my number one option for this once again. And then you got Doug the Thug Weight, 5'11", 202, tape unstoppable. Don't really like his abilities, but another option if you want to make one once again. As we go over to the icons, we got Wayne Gretzky, and to me this is the number one icon to make, and it's not even close. He is legitimately a 99 overall card. Let's stop masking it. Look at the skating, look at the shooting, look at the hands. There's not a 98 in those first three categories. Then you go over to check-in and defensive stats. He can run you at center with 99 faceoffs, and his abilities, two best combos in the game, quick release and wheels. Wayne Gretzky's cards always play exceptionally well, and it ain't going to change here. Love the card art with it. Marian Hossa, another great option. I can't stress enough. Unstoppable force and quick release. 99 XL, 99 speed. Pretty much maxed out shooting, maxed out hands. Defensive stats are all in the upper 90s minus his body checking. But like unstoppable is still a really good option. And quick release, you can't go wrong with it. Another great option. Then you got Dennis Potvin at 6'2", 205 with elite edges and Send It. Another great defensive option. I'm just not a huge fan of Send It, whereas the other two, I really like both of their abilities. Potvin elite edges on defense is phenomenal. I just think that there might it's not a bad card. It's just not the one I want to invest resources into personally. The brand new hero cards that we have is going to be Ed Belfour with Showstopper and Sponge at 6'2", 214. A little short for what I would like in a goalie, but still, like if it's your favorite team, hey, there's a 97 overall option for you. We got Saku Koivu as well with elite edges and quick draw with 98 XL, 98 speed, upper 90s for shooting, upper 90s for hands, upper 90s for his checking defensive stats. Plus, he's got that 99 faceoffs, which is super nice. And then we got Teppo Numminen at 6'2", 198. He's got Send It and Truculence. Not a huge fan of Send It, but Truculence obviously really nice, especially this late in the game. 98 XL, 98 speed, almost maxed out shooting, mid 90s for hands, and almost maxed out defensive stats across the board. A really good hero card right there. If I had to rank them, I would probably go... it's tough. I mean, Saku Koivu cards always play extremely well. it's a toss-up between Sacco and Newman, honestly. You can't go wrong. Then we got 3 new rookie cards. We got Sergei Bobrovsky with Showstopper Post to Post, 6'2", $180, 99 speed, 99 agility. It's another goalie card to choose from, what you may like. Brett Hull with the Calgary Flames. Wow. 5'11", 205, 1T in quick release, 97 XL, 97 speed, maxed out shooting, almost maxed out hands, and mid-90s for his defensive stats. Another great card. Ryan O'Reilly with that rookie Avs card, 6'1", 207, maxed out faceoffs, almost maxed out skating, almost maxed out shooting, mid-90s for hands, and upper 90s for checking defensive stats. I'm not a huge fan of his X Factor abilities. That's why I probably give the nod to Brett Hull, but barely. Like, this is kind of on the back end of cards that I would like to make personally. And that's just because there's not a lot of cards with really good abilities that I want to sink a lot of resources into personally. The XP cards that you can also get this season are amazing. They're absolutely immaculate. You can't go wrong. I'll tell you which ones I would go after first, but Logan Cooley, if you max him out as a 97, he's going to have maxed out skating with 99 XL, 99 speed. I really like this for the fact that if you are tough on, your budget or your salary cap or whatever it may be, this is a free card that you can get and grind and work up. And he has a really good ability. I like the elite edges. Ankle breaker's not my cup of tea, but this is still a phenomenal card that you can use for free. Keep in mind, all these cards are for free and you can unlock them as you progress through the XP path. Send it in quick release here on Sean Dursey. 6'1", $196. He's pretty much got maxed out skating, upper 90s for shooting, upper 90s for hands, mid to upper 90s for checking defensive stats. He's got really good abilities here as a right-handed defenseman, and he has quick release as a defenseman, which makes things extremely interesting. Aiden Hill is going to be the goalie. If you remember Aiden Hill from the XP player that you could have got, I think that was 2 seasons ago now, with Sponge and Post to Post. Aiden Hill anchored the goaltending position for me for a hot minute and did just fine. So there's a chance I may go back to this. He has some pretty good abilities and stuff like that. And even at a 92, he's still going to be usable. As we move on, this is my number 1 option. This is the one you got to make. It's going to be Martin Necas at 6'3", $195. You can throw him on the wing. You can throw him in at center, but like 93 faceoffs, I'd probably run him in at the winger position. But he'll have maxed out skating, upper 90s for hands, upper 90s for shooting, and mid 90s for checking defensive stats, but with wheels and quick release. Like I said, 2 of the best offensive combinations that you can probably have in the entire game. This is my pick for this season to go through first. Last but not least, it's Devon Toews, and if you can't tell, this seems to be an Avalanche kind of themed event here for season 5. But elite edges and quick pick, it's a really good defenseman card. Don't get me wrong here. 98 XL, 98 speed, mid 90s for shooting, upper 90s for hands, mid to upper 90s for checking defensive stats. Elite edges is also very good for defensive ability. I like it. Quick pick probably won't get turned on, but a lot of great options. And then your number 1 player that you can get is the first ever 99 Mark Stone. And let me tell you, I have no desire to get this card personally and or use it, because I got to use it in moments and it felt like he had 95 speed or 90 speed. He felt slower than the other cards. He didn't feel as smooth as the other cards, but I think that's just the Mark Stone cards. And it kind of sucks, but just giving you my honest opinion. Hopefully you guys have maybe better results than I did, but that's just, kind of a disappointment for like, hey, this is the guy we want to grind for. But for me, like, I think some of these cards like the Necas, Toews, Hill, like all these are really good options for free. Let me know down below like who you guys are prioritizing as you go through the ranked. If you somehow make it up to ultimate, we got Bernie, Jeffrian, I hope I'm saying that right, 5'9", $166. Quick release and rocket, 98 XL, 98 speed, maxed out shooting, upper 90s for his hands, upper 90s for his checking and defensive stats as a right-handed winger. Dan Girardi, 6'1", 212 with quick pick and warrior, 97 XL, 98 speed, mid 90s for shooting, low to mid 90s for hands, and pretty much maxed out defensive stats. Robin Regeer, this is my number 1 pick if I get the chance, because he'll have 99 XL, 99 speed. Stick him up's pretty good. But truculence at 6'3", this card is probably going to move extremely well too. Yeah, he only has 87 TK, but he's pretty much 99 in every statistical category that you want him to be in. So this is probably going to be the one that I hope to get if I go ultimate for a third straight season. And then you got another Avs player. You got Wolski with elite edges and ankle breaker as a left-handed winger, 98 XL, 98 speed, maxed out shooting, almost maxed out hands, and then low 90s first check-in defensive stats. But yeah, I mean, they got some phenomenal cards out there this ranked season as well to really try to push it. So the biggest thing I want to kind of highlight is the sets. The Gallery of Greats I won't spend a lot of time on just because it's the same format we've seen all year. If you want to make an MSP, it's going to take 3 Gallery of Greats players along with 2 94 95s. Obviously, the overalls have boosted up now that the MSP overalls have upgraded since last season. So yeah, it's the same format. You can get collectibles. You can trade those bad boys in, or you can still use your 90 and 91s to make 92s to then trade into the next level to trade into the MSP sets. So that doesn't really change anything. I don't want to spend a lot of time on that. What I do want to spend some time on is how easy it is to make captains. And this is going to be my big section of where I'm really liking the changes, because I think if you're a casual player or you haven't kept up with it, this gives you a really good chance to hop in and make some of these cards and be extremely competitive, especially for season 5 since we're already in May. Typically in the past, if you wanted to make Tays, you were having to turn in, you know, let's just say these 92, 93 captains teams that we saved from maybe the previous season or earlier in the season, whatever it may be, and you would turn those in. And usually it would be so expensive to make one of them, let alone 3. Like, nobody's making 3 captains. You kind of had to pick and choose like one person you had to stay with. This season, it's done a lot differently. So for instance, I told you I'm going to go for Adam Foote. It's going to cost 3 95 or 96 captain overalls. Well, if you go over to the left, instead of, usually it's captains that you're trying to make, so you have to go through this process of making a ton of captains cards from the beginning, or carrying over, or buying things from the auction house. Well, now if you go in, you can make these 95s, but it can be any player. So instead of captains having to trade in to make another captain card, you can use any 93 94s along with a 92. So right then and there, your 93s from last season when you were making those MSPs instantly still hold value. The 92s that we were using earlier in the season still hold significant value, and it makes it just a lot easier for you to make these captains to then meet salary cap compliance, because 50 it's 50k, like that is what it's going to be for the boost for the 97s. Me personally, if you have the fodder for this, I would not even be wasting my time. I would 100% trade those bad boys in. And for me, some of these like 92 captains I was maybe holding on to that were not tradable, I can now throw them into the set instead of hanging on to them just in case I might use them down the road or need them for some random set trade in. And they mirror that for all the other things, the icons, the Wayne Gretzky that I literally said is a 99 overall. Oh, I can use 94, 95s, and then 193. Boom, just like that. I can make Wayne Gretzky just like that and insert him into my lineup. And I can make multiple icons now instead of, having to, if you're going from scratch, maybe upwards anywhere between 500,000 coins to $1 million just to make one icon. Just like that, like all these other cards help hold value from last season, and I can immediately put them in to get some of the best cards that were just released for this season. It's a huge W for me. If you want to do the same thing with the heroes, guess what? It follows the same suit. 95, 96s, just like your captain. So then you go back over, okay, what am I going to have to trade in for this? It shows you 93, 94s with the random 92. Like, it follows the captain set to a T. And I think this is just a lot more cleaned up way of doing things this season, and you can immediately get some of the best cards out there, and you can now pick and choose who you want. If it's me and you're trying to set a priority of who to make first, captain's got to be number 1, because salary cap is going to still be an issue, even though they raised the salary cap to, I think, 200 million. I could be wrong on that. You can correct me in the comments down below. But captains will give you that gigantic salary cap boost. Then from there, I'm making Gretzky. The icon has to be your second option of who you want to make. The heroes and the rookies, nothing really stood out to be like, I have to have this. Now, if it's your favorite team, by all means, make it. But captains is number 1, icons is number 2. Then I'm going back to gallery of greats because there's some combinations with the gallery of greats players that will give me some salary cap boosts as well, depending on who you want to make. And then as you go along, Season 5 XP path, like your collectibles and stuff like that, you can trade them in as well. Just like we've seen before, you can get packs, you can get 92 overall pluses for 30. Like, it still follows the same kind of route we've seen in the other seasons as well. But as you get those collectibles, it's more packs that you can open. Same thing with the ranked packs. You'll get collectibles from playing ranked games and stuff like that to trade in. But it's captains, icons, the current event, and then whoever you want after that. But as a quick look at my team before we kind of go into objectives and different things from going into this season, like, I can show you my team. Like, I'm within salary cap compliance or really close. I can't remember. I know I was off by like maybe $1 million, and I have a completely a competitive team. But the difference is if you look, like, I have nobody for my third line right now as a boost. I took advantage of the fantasy and made enough fantasies to put a fantasy line out. There's still 20 million. That salary cap combination is still there. Team of the season still holds weight, but it's any team of the season players. So the nice part about the 15 mil is you don't necessarily need these MSPs that I made, or whoever it is. And I would ideally like to change and get a left-handed winger. Like, if I get that 99 Joe Sakic, it gives you a 20 million boost. And the lines are going to look a little bit different. I'm going to make Phaneuf to replace Sanderson because that will give me some more. And then I can actually put in a goaltender that I want, not just a salary cap friendly goaltender. So if you look above me, like, yes, I have some of the bigger ones out there, but like I said, if you look on the far left, or like, you're going to see the captain chemistry boost. 50 million in salary is going to go a long ways for you, especially early on. Prioritize that captain. Then after that, you can change things up. And there's other cards I'm going to throw in here. Like, when I'm live tomorrow, I plan on making Gretzky and Phaneuf. And then I'm going to get Seneki completely upgraded so I can throw him in and replace Gordie Howe. And that'll be like my third line. And it honestly might be my second line or my first line, depending on how it goes, because that card or that line could be absolutely just jacked. So, I mean, those are just some of the line combinations, what I prioritized. And I hope that kind of helps you guys get a really fast start to this season. Once again, depending on what rank you are at, I can't stress enough, easy packs that you can get. Go in and play a ranked game. Even if you lose, you'll still get all the packs up until whatever ranks above me. So like, I was in Ultimate, I went back to Gold. As soon as I play one game, I will get all the packs up into Gold 1 or the high-end Silver, depending on if I win or lose. So can't stress that enough. Another thing to look at as well is the milestones reset, so make sure to start chipping away at those milestones. At the same time, Gallery Great events, these things haven't changed. It's been the same as we saw last season for the Gallery Greats or whatever event that we're running. You can do objectives to get collectibles, the players, and then you can use them to trade in for the MSP sets and stuff like that. But I know this was a little bit longer of a video. The last thing I'll touch on, or like I can highlight, is combinations. And honestly, I could probably spend an entire video talking about combinations, especially for like salary cap stuff. I think the thing that works best is the Hut Builder team site. Like, I would highly recommend, if you've never done that, start playing around with different cards that you may want to make. Keep in mind, there's a lot of Avalanche players that they did release, so you can maybe find some of these things that may stack. So don't be afraid to plug those Avalanche players in there, especially if it's like the XP or the team of the season or like whatever it may be, because there's a lot of Avalanche players out there. And that's why I went with Adam Foote, because he's an Avalanche player himself, but there's a lot of Central Division cards that got released that were pretty damn good. So I hope this video helped you guys out. Happy Season 5. I feel kind of reinvigorated, especially early on here, to really get after it. And there's a lot of cards I want to make, and I feel like I have a lot more flexibility to make the team that I want. Did they get rid of salary cap? No, but I think they made it a lot more flexible to put a really competitive team early on out, and they left a lot of combinations out there for you guys to make a really good team, so we don't see these like cookie cut same teams across the board. But let me know what you guys did down below. What's your thoughts on season 5? I'd love to see your guys' feedback. I try to get back to every one of your guys' comments as soon as I can. But other than that, happy hunting. I'll be live, well, I guess today technically, to continue making some of these cards. And let me know what you guys think in the comments down below on that. Please be safe and take care. Thank you.